everyone. What's up? We are back, episode 6. Hope you're all doing good. Just want to start off again by saying thanks to everyone supporting the series. Today, our episode, we're going to talk about the animations, punch mechanics, and why I feel like the alteration to the punches they have made are either going to not look so good in practice or not be as we are expecting necessarily, because I feel like what they have done is enhanced the animation of the already existing punches in the game. So my problem with that is that the punches don't come from the hip. There's no movement of the lower body, no real rotation into the shots. They're just arm punches. And all the new punch animations look like to me is more exaggerated arm punches. And I don't think it's going to look right or look that good in practice, because the fundamental mechanics of the punches aren't being changed to proper body mechanics of how to actually throw a punch, shift your weight, rotate your hip. Those things aren't being added in. So all they're doing is exaggerating the arm punch, and we'll see how that turns out. So we're about to be fat as fuck. So we're going to train for fight sharpness. So while we're training, we're going to get fat. So let's do it. So we're undertrained, max trained, but now we're fat, so now we got to do some weight reduction in the house here. Oh, now we're in weight. Okay, good. Now we can negotiate a fight. Oh, it's Hashim Cook and Jamal Sanderson. Now you can see why a lot of people wanted me to talk about the quality of opposition, the types of opponents they're giving you right out the gate. And again, new players might not see down in the bottom to open manual opponent selection. And like myself, I just went through it naturally like this. And that's what we're going to do, because I want people to see what happens as we get further into career mode. I'm not going to spoil it now. I know a lot of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but for those who haven't seen it in practice, we're going to show it. So this guy's throw short combos and he's in and out. Let's see if any of that happens. Oh, he's also a powder keg. I wonder if he's the lightning hands powder keg or if he's the real powder keg. Dude, he wants to give us 40%. Oh, right, whatever. We're not doing it for the money, though. We're not doing it for the money. Fight camp. Yeah, so we unlocked a new fight camp, so that means we can push buttons the exact same way. Okay, so what do we want to train here? Oh, Jesus. Our stamina is absolutely abysmal. Let's go for some stamina. Oh. See, another reason why I like training games is because you can skip them. Most of you will remember in Fight Night 3, you could skip the mini games and you'd get an X amount of stats. But if you wanted to do the mini game, you could achieve more stats because you could get a higher score that way. Like they'd give you a baseline of stat gain for just skipping the mini game. But if you took the time to do it, you could gain a lot more. And that initiative is a good way to get people to practice on the stick, to do the mini games. Like, it was well thought out. So here's something that I thought was funny. My dad just came walking in the room the other day, and he's looking at my guy in the ring, and he's like, why is his face so red? Like, why is his face so red? But then when you're not in the fight and we're looking at the portrait of our fighter, the skin tone is all right. Or if we go in to edit our guy's stance or punch selection, his skin tone is all right. But as soon as we go into the fight, our face is like red. Like, I don't get it. So again, I want you all to pay attention to the way the punches come off. They're not properly animated or mocap, whatever you want to say, to simulate proper body mechanics of throwing real punches. And when you just exaggerate that, it's not going to look right, because the problem is that, like, there's no real rotation from the hip or pivot in the feet when shots are being thrown, and you see those kinds of little movements in Fight Night. You don't see them here. So it looks like you're just standing straight up, really stiff. Oh, Don Fry's angry. He looked like he meant business there. He's like, get out of here, Kenny Bayless. You ain't even in the ring for real. Okay, we're gonna go through as much of this as we can in Southpaw, but now we know if it gets too ugly, we can always just go into Orthodox, and things will be okay. So also these I feel like the directional punches, a lot of them should go. So the forward jab, that's a realistic one. That is not. That is like we're throwing a punch and floating at the same time. So that one needs to go. Like, that's a good directional punch. The forward directional hook, both those should stay. The forward directional jab is good. That should stay. The directional jab while moving to the outside, that's realistic. That should stay. But all the like directional backwards punches, I think need to go, except the jab. Like, they don't have any place in the game. They look terrible, and the animations for them look awful. Like, the sidestep hooks literally look like you're falling off balance. Like, let me see if I can do one here. Like that. Like that. Looks terrible. And no one throws punches like that. Like, those need to go. Because they're just so terrible looking. Oh, Hashim Cook is eating it for lunch and dinner here. So I feel like instead of just enhancing and making it look like there's more pop in the shots that are already animated and in the game, they need to start from they need to start from scratch, because the punches in the game need to be reanimated. So the shot comes from the feet, from the hips. There's rotation, all that little movement you notice, and your fighter doesn't just look so stiff. And I think the directional punches need to be rethought, and a lot of them need to be eliminated. The hooks from directional left, directional right hooks, they need to go. The back step hooks, back step straight, those need to go. The forward directional jab is good. The forward directional hooks are good. The jab while moving to the outside is good. Those all are realistic and need to stay. But the others, there's no point of them being in the game. They're not realistic, and they just look awful. They look awful, and they make the game more arcadey because they just have no place in a real boxing ring. So that fight went really quick. So we're going to get a second one in this episode. And now once these start rolling a lot quicker, we're going to get our montage episode real soon, and that's going to be a golden one. So let me know what you think about the animations, the punches, the mechanics in general. How do you think they match realistic boxing? How would you compare them to Fight Night? And something I think that is interesting is Overhand Interactive. I think are doing most of theirs through animation, not motion capturing. And they look 1,000 times better. I could be wrong, so correct me on that if I am. But yeah, I think that's interesting to note if they are. But I'd like to know for sure. So Coach was happy, and we unlocked Bomb. Oh, Bomb! So I want to talk about traits. If you look up what a trait is, it's something like it's individual to you. It's something you pick up, and it becomes individual and like unique to you. Okay, so if you're learning traits, they should stay. You should like inherit that trait, pick it up. You've learned it, and then when you change coaches, you should be able to pick up more traits. That would be a cool system, but they haven't got that in here because the traits are broken and overpowered and not balanced correctly. If they were balanced correctly and didn't have such a giant impact, you could do something cool like that. Okay, so what's up now? So we're undertrained. We literally just came out of a fight in the first round, but we're undertrained now. So that's cool. So now we got to get trained again by hitting this button. Oh, we can't progress without staff, so we need staff. This old lady's pissed because we got to renew her contract. So we're going to renew her contract. So the other thing you can do is upgrade your coach and put more points into this stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that until you get better coaches. I don't know if the points stack, so might be wrong there, but yeah, if they do stack, obviously just save them up. Okay, we're max trained now, boys, but we're about to become fat. So we're max trained now. See, maximum trained, but we're 154 pounds out of 154, and we went from 60 to 53. But if we were undertrained, but we were on weight, then, oh, it's over. Game over. We're good. See, we dropped 1 pound, and we gained 7 stats. Like, okay. And now let's see who we're against here. So again, they want to give us 2 of the same guys and 1 new guy. So, yeah. For a new player experience who's playing this for the first time, how do you think they're going to feel by being offered the same fighters over and over, the same terrible looking custom creator models that we are given? Like, this is not a good way for a new player to go through career mode and be like, this is awesome. They're not going to think that. So this guy's aggressive. Let's see how that goes. 32%. You know what? I'll take even less than that, but I'll be glad to take that 32, son. I'll pick up some change out of your pocket when I knock you out. Okay, so look at this. This is the best part. You get to pick a gym, and then you get to do the same thing. So let's do this one. Let's do this one. And then let's also do this one. And then hit recovery. And that is the extent of training the same shit over and over. It gets boring. It is so hollow. Like, there's no way to act like you're enjoying this. This is like mobile. This would be like something I would expect on my phone. So we're at 63 now. We're coming in ready to take Denis Pavlenko's pocket change and the purse. And we're still going to be bored. Like, look at the fidelity on the Sugar Ray Leonard model there compared to the jank you get in Custom Character Creator. And you don't get that graphic fidelity in career mode until you're fighting, like, the very last few fights of your career. All right, Dennis, you don't know what you're in for here, bud. I'm liking those green shorts. I might have to take those from him when I knock him out. He's angry. Oh, dude, he looked pissed. He needs to stop talking. He's got that, like, Ukrainian oppressed, like, anger in him. Like, just so angry. That, like, generated anger. Where you don't even know why you're mad, but, like, the TV's telling you to be mad. So you're like, oh, I'm so mad. Oh. Like, that punch looks so bad. Like, it literally looks like you're almost floating in the air while you're throwing it. Oh, right into the hug. Oh, damn it. That animation of him stumbling back made the hook miss. Okay. Yes, sir. So another thing is, it's annoying because there's always like a tier system to the knockouts. So it'll be like 1 knockdown, 2 knockdown, 3, and then they'll either knock it up on the 3rd or the 4th. Like, they need to balance more devastating knockouts so that the person just doesn't get up. The system for it is so bad in the game. Because you can, like, absolutely throttle someone in, like, the worst looking way, and they'll get up right away. Like, it just, there was no difference between that and a, like, lighter looking knocked out. It looks like our face is proper this time. So, our skin tone, they've got it. That's weird. Is that, like, damage they're trying to show when we, like, take those beatings in those fights? Our face goes red? That's, like, a terrible way of showing damage. But I think that's what it is. Because I haven't seen it yet. Don't make me lean on you. I'll do it. Oh, Jesus. He got mad when I tried leaning on him like that. That's rude of me. Oh, get off me. He looks like he wants to whisper something in my ear or, like, eat it. I can't tell. Let's just let that go on because there's no ref in the ring to do otherwise. That right hand, what the shit? Oh, he's giving him a back. Like, even on a power shot, look, it's all arm punch. So what they're gonna do is exaggerate that more. It's gonna look really weird, especially like when it's not curated clips from Steel City. It's actual people playing the game. I think it's gonna look really janky. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I really think they need to change the animations from the ground up. It needs to be redone from scratch because there's just no animation below the shoulder of anything when a punch is done. And that's not the proper body mechanics for a punch being thrown. Like when they say mocap, I would really like to know what professional fighter did the motion capture for this. And I'd like to know their explanation as to why it's like this. That would be an interesting thing to find out. I had enough of this dude. Oh. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Shorts clipping through legs. Glove clipping through hand. And how hard is it to not have it programmed so the guy is always back in the center of the ring when they get knocked out? It's so immersion breaking. So that's tier 2 of the knockout system. Oh, we've got the juice. Let's just go at them here. Are they going to take the juice away? They did. See, I lean back, but the punch just still hits me. If you're in range, but you try to lean to be out of range, you have to be out of range already, and it kind of makes it look like it's working. But if you're like in range and trying to lean out of range, it doesn't. The guy's arm like literally extends, and the tracking just makes sure it goes through to hit you. So I'm trying to throw more power punches in this so you guys can see the animations. They don't really change. And yeah, that floaty backstep hook, those need to go. Wish I had more juice. Could have knocked him out with that for sure. I love it when the punches just all disappear, like Jesus steals them or something. I'm not sure. That jab is terrible too. This one, like it looks terrible, and no one does that. This jab, yeah, that's good. The outside pump jab, that one looks good, and it's usable. You can throw over the top of a punch with it. That bad. See, no matter what you do, if it's a power straight, regular straight, power hook, regular hook, power uppercut, regular uppercut, the animation is still the same. There's no hip, there's no pop out of the feet. It's just I think the animations need to be scrapped and done right from the ground up. If you have professional fighters motion capturing for you, there's no excuse for this at all. And yeah, it's not like a movie. It doesn't take longer to wind up a power shot. Just so you guys know, at Steel City, it's you commit more to it. You plant harder. You throw more into it. So the risk of throwing the shot and missing is greater. But you don't wind up for longer and be like, raw, and then like throw. It's not a movie, you guys. It's not a Michael Bay movie. Okay, Ash Habib, this is boxing. Alrighty, so that was 2 quick fights. First one a little quicker. Second fight, we got a little bit more meat and potatoes, able to dig into the animations and punches a little bit better. So that's all good. Now the fights are going a little quicker. Maybe the next episode or the one after that, we're going to dig through a ton of fights in one episode and montage it up to all of that beautiful jank. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys, if you can, please make sure you watch all the way through. Make sure you like, leave your comment, and if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It helps us out so much. We moved up in the rankings. Coach still mad. Oh no, we're gonna make her happy one of these days. We went the distance, so that makes the ladies happy too. Okay, so we'll see you guys not tomorrow, but the next day. We do these in groups of 3s with 1 day off in between. So tomorrow's the day off, and then we'll be back with episode 7. See you guys next time.